What a glorious day outside today. I think it's time to go for a walk. Join me. See, the funny thing here is that there's nothing stopping me from actually eating these cookies. And I mean, I guess technically if you look at it, there's nothing stopping me from eating these cookies on video. I'm not one to ever try to call out a specific gender or a gender stereotype, but a man's word, it's his pride, it's his honor, you know what I mean? When somebody says something, you gotta believe you can take them seriously. You gotta take them at their word. And, well, just take a look at this little thing I made yesterday real quick. I've never tasted anything like this before. Freedom! This is worth a try just so that if you ever taste anything in your life that tastes like this again, you'll be like, wow, this tastes like those cherry Cola Oreos. Remember those? Because these are not going to get... If these get picked, if these become a permanent Oreo flavor, I will stop doing these reviews. Mark this moment.
Mark this moment.
If these become a permanent Oreo flavor, I will retire from the world of Oreo reviews. How can I, in my heart of hearts, review these? How can I eat these on camera? How can I dunk them in milk for you guys and make stupid jokes without breaking my word? We'll call it a critique. I know this is all crazy and stuff, guys. Hey, welcome back to the Vodkast. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I apologize for the air noise. I'm going to try to record this on my phone as well. The audio, at least. Okay, so we're either powering through with the audio that we got. Okay, so we're either powering through with the audio we got. I know there's a lot of air noise and birds and my cat. And so I'm going to try to record on my phone. If it sounded better, then you're listening to that audio now. I know, we all know, this is just a silly thing that I said on a video, but it really kind of stuck with me, and when I found out that the Cherry Cola Oreos won, I was completely blown away and stupefied, because they're just that bad. They're not good. I mean, I gave them a 3.5. That's not very encouraging. And it won. How the hell did it win? It doesn't taste good. If there's anybody out there that thinks it tastes good, let me know why you like it in the comments below. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it just reminds you of something. And nonetheless, I can't believe they won. However, I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't review these. So we'll call it a critique, we'll call it an opinion piece, but I'm gonna eat these and I'm gonna tell you what I think about them. And I did reach out to a few people, and pretty much everybody that got back to me said, just keep doing them, just keep doing them. I know it's silly, there's no law, there's nobody holding a gun to my head that says if I eat these and tell you what I think of them, no, Luna, that, you know, the Oreo police are gonna show up and be like, Mr. Oliver, you're gonna need to come with us. So without further ado, let's lift the flap. Woo! Wow, those are strong. Right off the bat, boom. Super minty, but not like if you've had the mint Oreos, which are fantastic cookies. This is definitely more of a peppermint, kind of like a Christmassy smell. It's definitely festive. When I opened it up, like I thought it was gonna start snowing. Okay, so it appears that they are a white cream with specks of, oh, I only got one camera. That was the problem about deciding to do this outside today. It's too beautiful to be inside. It's fall, it's my favorite time of year. I really enjoy being outside. It would be completely stupid to be doing this in the office when I have this wonderful setup right here. Funny thing is, I went out this morning, I was like, if I can find a folding table, like a 3 or 4 foot folding table for dirt cheap at a Goodwill, I'm gonna pick it up, and now there's just a really shitty board on top of a really shitty table that I'm keeping my fingers crossed sticks with us through the whole critique. Alright. There we go. My first critique of Oreos. Yeah. As I suspected, the little peppermint bark bits are crunchy little bits. And they add to the texture. It's a nice texture. Wow. Well, I have no problems with that. Dry, they're fantastic. I guess it's time to dunk them in some milk. Alright, let's try in the milk. I do apologize we only have one camera, but that's the cost. The cost of atmosphere. Alright, yeah. In milk they taste great. Without milk they taste fantastic. They're a really good cookie. If I had to critique them, the only thing I would change on them would be, I think I would bring the minty flavor out a little bit more. It's a little more subtle than I like. I mean, it's I'm on the fence about it. It's here, it's there, it's close to perfect. It's close to perfect in the sense that it is a peppermint bark limited edition Oreo with a cocoa outer shell. They're near perfect to what they are. However, in the grand scheme of things, as being an Oreo, it brings a little bit something new to the table, which we all like to see. A new flavor, new scent, new shell on the outside. I don't know why I keep calling them shell, a different outside cookie, a golden cookie or whatever, you know. But yeah, in the world of Oreos, they're still not bad. They're very seasonal flavored. They certainly capture the spirit of Christmas. Will I buy them again? I might before the season's over. This is a really good combination of a peppermint bark flavor with a chocolate cocoa Oreo outer cookie. They're definitely not anything to rave about, but they're really good too, you know? So without making this a review, let me just say that as an Oreo cookie in the family of Oreos, they're okay. They're not bad. Definitely on the upper side of things, but definitely not in the upper echelon of, you know, the toasted coconut. Ooh, definitely not up there with like the toasted coconut. As a seasonal flavor, they're really good. Like pumpkin is such a overdone flavor, but Oreo does it pretty well. They do a good caramel apple, which I haven't seen this year. They do a fantastic apple pie, but this definitely sits up there with like the apple pie or the caramel apple and stuff. It's a good cookie. You should definitely try it if you see it in the store. I believe I found it at Walmart on Old Forest Road for $2.98 right here in Lynchburg, Virginia. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you guys are still loving these as much as I'm still loving making them, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Let me know what you think about these videos, and pass them along. I could, you know, it would be nice. Thanks. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together while we sing and dance as one in the sun and in the rain. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment, and always live in love. Never let your inner child die. That's really important. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves. They are the ones that need it the most. And the next time a church burns down but the Jesus painting survives, don't call it a miracle. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road in the next episode of the Vodkast. Check, check, check. Something weird going on with my microphone. I've had to boost it to +20. Hey, welcome back. After so long. I realized after I got done with that review, that critique of the Peppermint Bark Oreo cookies, it sucked. I haven't even gotten to the editing process yet, but if I didn't tack something on here to apologize about how bad it was, I would forever feel terrible. I'm gonna take these headphones out. So after I got finished recording the Peppermint Bark Oreo review, I realized it just sucked and there was nothing entertaining about it and it wasn't fun, and it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop doing the Oreo reviews. It's just a bad one. Sometimes, like, when I'm rolling and, like, the cookies are there and the milk is flowing, just everything just syncs together right, and, like, I don't know. I don't consider myself a comedian. I'm not out on stage. I'm not doing stand-up or anything like that, but I've always thought I was a relatively funny guy. Probably funnier than other people find me, but if you can make yourself laugh, I think that's the most important thing anyway. Nonetheless, I would feel remiss to not say I'm sorry for the terrible review I just gave you. We haven't sat down and talked in what it feels like months at this point, and I just kind of wanted to stop and just say, hey, let's catch up on me. Why else would you be here? So here's the first thing. This is I Love You, I'm Leaving by Vic Sizemore. This is a really good friend of mine. He was one of the first people that I met when I came to Lynchburg. He used to own this coffee shop called The Drowsy Poet over inside of Gibbons Books, where I've worked for the last 13 years as of November 1st. Not like I'm counting or anything. But he published his book. Well, he had it published. Someone published it for him. He didn't self-publish it, is what I'm trying to say. And when he was given the option to come up with his own cover, he turned to me and he said, Jay, you are amazing. No, he didn't say that. He just said, would you like to try to draw something for the cover? He gave me the idea. I ran with it, did the whole cover. Thought we were done. Redid it again. So like things like that, or I just put up his website, vicsizemore.com. Go check it out. He's an amazing writer, a wonderful person, has a great, just rich history to share with people. In some ways similar to my own upbringing. I think I've mentioned him on here before. Anyway, so that has occupied a lot of my time. I've also been probably going outside of my hours for Lynchburg Does. We're trying to find advertising, and I feel like things are moving in the right direction. And so every day I've been customizing the graphic in a way that usually takes about an hour or so to share on Facebook, because Facebook is having this weird issue that I've been trying to lay claim to Lynchburg Does for my account through Squarespace, and that doesn't work anymore, so I had to get creative, and Matt gave me this idea. Matt, the editor and owner of lynchburgdoes.com, gave me the idea to do some kind of custom or silly graphic or come up with something. So I decided to also incorporate every day a theme. Either it is a wacky holiday, a national wacky holiday, or an event that occurred, or someone's birthday. Like today, for example, is Pablo Picasso's birthday. He would have been 117 years old today, and he has a great quote. And I don't remember art dusting off the weariness of a regular day or something like that. I will post it here. There it is. Let's enjoy it together. You probably can enjoy it more than I can because I can't remember the wording. It's literally right there, but I can't even look up. I don't even see anything. If they were floating in the air, that would be awesome. Anyway. So that's kept me busy. Lynchburg Does kept me busy. I got, obviously, you know, Gibbons Books. I only work there twice a week. But this week is a Saturday. It'll be a full day. I don't know how they expect people to work 8 hours. It's just crazy. It's ridiculous. Elections are coming up November 6th, 5th, 6th? I think it's the 6th. Don't take my word on that one. Get out there and vote, no matter what you believe in. There was for a long time where I didn't think that the vote counted, but I think on a local or smaller levels, it really does. Like, vote for your, well, I know for us it's just Senate and Congress. I can't, the House and Senate? House and Senate? Is that who that's here? I don't know. Anywho, I know who I'm voting for. I know what they stand for. And I believe it's everyone's duty and honor to be able to go out and vote. Presidential elections, I don't think it matters. You could sit home with a thumb up your ass. Your vote doesn't really count because we've seen it many, many times now. My generation have seen it many times where the electoral college vote outweighs the popular vote. And to me, that's just not fair. So this is another thing I want to talk about, and I know this is probably why it was done. The pipe bombs now. Now there's 7 of them, I believe, that have been counted with Robert De Niro and Biden today. It's sad that my brain went this way, but my immediate thought was it is a right-wing conservative Christian or a right-wing conservative Christian group or a right-wing nut job group. I'm not saying that all right-wingers are nut jobs, but if you voted for Trump, you probably are. All I'm trying to say is that the pipe bombs seemed almost like a warning shot fired. None of them went off. Now, were they built to go off? I don't know. Did something go wrong? Is this all a plot from the Democrats trying to just rob the election? I don't know. I don't know what it is. But my first thought, the saddest thing is that my first thought went to this, some kind of American white male. Like, it certainly is not an overseas thing. This, I mean, there was the reference to the Get Her Done on the ISIS flag, and this is clearly and obviously the act of terrorism of a local, homegrown man or woman here in the United States, which is really sad. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll eat my words. I've already done it once today. I'll do it again if I have to. My point is that it feels like a warning shot, and now it feels almost like, in a sense, that, well, I mean, knowing that where my reaction was, I assume a lot of liberals or a lot of Democrats felt the same way. Like, this is some crazy guy or group who hears Trump talking every day about CNN, about, you know, just the Democratic Party in general, and went after them and targeted them. Now, if it was a homegrown terrorist or an overseas terrorist or a, I don't know what kind of terrorist, a vanilla terrorist. I prefer a strawberry terrorist myself. Peaches and cream or something. It felt like, to me, for a brief moment yesterday, that it was the first shots fired of a second civil war here in the United States. I feel like someone on the opposite side of things is going to feel like they have to extract some revenge, or at least respond. And I just feel like it's the snowball effect. Like, nothing happened this time. We know what could happen. We need to solve it. That way we aren't going back and forth, because eventually it's going to come to blows, and it's going to come to shots fired, and it's going to be chaos and dogs and cats living together. I don't know, maybe that's my pessimistic view of our impossible to avoid future. I mean, we fucked up the planet in many other ways. We can't even all agree on climate change, like, which is insane to me. You know, we can't all agree on common sense. Like, there's obvious solutions to things. I know I got a little sappy on the gun video that I talked about a while back, but it's true. Like, there are obvious solutions. It's just we are too weak and too lazy to try to implement them. And I'm not saying we should take everybody's guns right now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are simpler solutions, I believe, to things that people aren't, they're just overlooking. That's my 2 cents. So that's what I've been up to. We've been playing a lot more shows the last few weeks. Last 2 Saturdays ago, I think, was at Rivermont Pizza. We played 11 to 2. We actually didn't go all the way to 2. But that was a wild time. It was an interesting crowd. I felt about 100 years old there. Like, everyone else was in their 20s and, like, didn't really give a shit about us. But I had a good time. And, you know, just like making yourself laugh. If you find enjoyment in entertaining others, whether they accept it or not, then you've already won the battle, I think. But you haven't won the war. Also, as you know, we adopted a puppy, a beagle puppy, a few months ago, Compy. He's a part of the Oliveira family now. I think I've talked about him briefly on here, or maybe on one of the recordings that never saw the light of day. Anywho, he is a handful, and between just normal daily chores of laundry and dishes and picking up the kids at the bus stop down the road, it's just like trying to eke time into getting to do this. It becomes further and further apart. Oreos are the binding glue, and I think that's why ultimately I decided to just say fuck it, and I'm going to keep doing the, I don't care, critiques, reviews, whatever you want to call them, because I enjoy doing them. I think you guys like watching them, and it gives me, it pushes me to come do something like this. And this is something, it's like any talent or skill that you want to become better at. Like if you want to play guitar, you know, you got to start somewhere. Your fingers are going to hurt, but eventually you get there. You know, it's just like, I don't want to say filmmaking because I'm not a filmmaker. I mean, I guess technically I've produced film-like things. I really like doing these, and I want to become really good at it. Like, I want to be able to replicate styles, or at least come up with unique styles of my own of people that I see producing videos on YouTube or even in your theaters or whatever, because I enjoy doing this. I really like sitting there, and I love the post aspect of all of this. And so if you want to give me a job doing this, let me know. Also, I do have a Patreon account. If you guys want to chip in $1, $2, $1,000 a month, you don't have to, ever have to. I'm never going to make these unavailable to people who don't subscribe or anything like that. But if it's not here, it's in the comments. Or if it's not the comments, I'll make sure that there's a way to get it to you. And like I said, this is not something I expect, want, desire. I mean, I do desire. I desire everyone who watches these to be like, these are amazing. I want more. Here's some money. But I'm practical too, in the sense that, like, I'm lucky if I get 30 or 40 views on a video these days. If I get 100, maybe 200, I'm ecstatic. I feel like a YouTube star. But that's not what I'm looking to do. I just want to make stuff, and this right now, I'm starting to come back to it. It was the crafting for a very long time. I actually just submitted a design that I did to the Tabletop Crafters Guild online, and they do a contest once a month, and you can submit a piece. This theme this month is, they usually incorporate like one item that you have to use. It was these little skulls. If I have a picture and I remember, I'll stick it right here. Right here. And then I'll expand it. And then I'll bring it back in. There it goes. It's like magic. But that's what I'm talking about. That just came to me. Things like this just come to me, and I'm like, oh, that might be kind of fun to try to do that. So we'll see if that works out. If not, all of that just got cut. Just cut. Snip. Trash. Gone. All right. Thank you guys for coming back for this one. I already said the spiel in the review, critique, whatever it was. So I'm not going to give it to you again. I just wanted to come back and talk, and now I've talked for 15 minutes, and I apologize. This video is going to be super long, and no one's going to watch it. Or maybe you will. Thank you guys a lot, and I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road.